I'm here. I'm live. This is the podcast about nothing. I got a little energy tonight, man, because I've been asleep all motherfucking day on my one off day from work. I want to get into this top 50 worst rappers list that was put out today on the internet. I don't agree with the position or some of these rappers actually being on the top 50 worst rappers list, but we're gonna go over it and see if y'all agree with the schedule. I mean, not the schedule, the amount of people that they have on here. So at number one on the list, they have Silk the Shocker, and I'm like, yo, Silk was trash, but I don't think he was worse than Magoo. So Silk the Shocker and Magoo definitely is tied for number one out there. They got Little Yachty at number two of the 50 worst rappers of all time. And I definitely don't think Yachty belongs that low on this list. Um, this list was made, I think a white person put this list out. So we just going to, maybe he just going off like the comment sections and shit, but I'm going to continue to go down the list. At number three, he got Master P. Now, Master P wasn't a great rapper, but he was more so a businessman. So I definitely don't have him at number three on my list of the worst rappers ever. OJ the Juice Man, he can stay in the fourth position. Little Flip, uh, I don't really Flip got some hits, but not enough to be this low on the list, man. That's wrong. Smoke Perp, never listened to him. He can stay down there. Lil Pump, he can stay down there. 6ix9ine can definitely stay down there. Gutta Gutta used to ruin my favorite Lil Wayne songs, so he can stay down there. I'm not gonna say Diddy's one of the worst rappers because Diddy don't write rhymes; he write checks. So the motherfuckers that wrote for him, 50 Cent, Jadakiss, Maze, all these motherfuckers that wrote for him ain't on this list. So you can't say that Diddy's one of the worst rappers if he has people pinning for him. Waka Flocka Flame. Waka Flocka made some good hits in my early adult years. I'm not gonna put Waka at 11. Coily Ray, that's Benzino daughter. They got her at number 12. I don't think that's just due because she hasn't had a chance to have a long enough career to just be stamped at number 12 whack rappers ever. Birdman, number 13, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, man. I'm okay with Birdman being number 13. That nigga said I like to fuck him in the ass while he beat up the pussy. And I don't agree with that line at all because if anybody's ever put a thumb in the butt while stroking some vag, you felt that. So you're feeling that man's meat. And Birdman, that's not okay, buddy. Vanilla Ice at number 14, he can stay there. Kid Boo, never heard of him. Yeet, Benzino, at 15, 16, 17, they can stay in those positions. Uh, he got Plies at 18. Listen, Plies 08, 09, 2010 was running the show. So I'm definitely not going to put Plies at number 18 of the 50 worst rappers of all time. That's just not going to happen. Blueface, he can catch the beat early in his career, but then I learned that he had just started rapping around that time. And he got a couple songs where he's actually on the beat and rapping and making sense. So maybe he'll be off this list later in life. Cardi B, that's just disrespectful because Cardi actually makes some cool music. I think it's more so her voice that people are saying she's one of the top worst rappers of all time. She's at number 20. They got the bass god at 21. Now, the bass guy, his influence on music is why he's so great. Like on the youth and shit. He's a whack rapper. Don't get me wrong, but bass god don't deserve to be on this list, man. just based off of what his influence on music. Gunna, he can stay at 21. I've never listened to any Gunna music. Chief Keef, Chief Keef got a couple hits, but definitely can stay on the worst rappers of all time list. Soldier Boy at number 24. I don't really know about Soldier. Soldier got a couple hits, man. Don't do Soldier like that. Manny Fresh. You can't do Manny like that. Not Manny Fresh. Nick Cannon. Y'all got Nicholas Cannon at number 26 on this list. Nicholas Cannon made Gigolo with R. Kelly. That's a hit. That's a hit. Don't do Nick Cannon like that. Chingy actually had bars. The Saint Lunatics is on this list. They was what the hook gonna be and all that, man. They was writing for Nelly supposedly. How you gonna have the Saint Lunatics at 28? Boward Woward at number 29. You got Bow Wow fucked up. Listen, Bow Wow was a staple of my childhood, and Bow Wow had hits. Don't put Bow Wow on the motherfucking worst rappers of all time list. Y'all got Bow Wow fucked up. C Murder, fuck them other niggas because I'm down for my niggas. Come on, man. You can't put C don't really got no other music, so I can. Then they got the whole No Limit on this motherfucker. They got Silk, Master P, and C. They should have just put all three of them back to back. Shit. G Herbo's on here. I like G Herbo. G Herbo can actually rap. If he ever catch the beat, he be rapping. Riff Raff can stay there. French Montana can stay there. I say that all the time. That French is not that great. Me and Kyle Davis argue about this every day about French Montana. The Yin Yang twins. Come on, man. You can't put Yin Yang on there. Yin Yang had them a hot summer or two multiple times. Whistle while you twerk, work, whatever you want to call it. The Whisper song, all that shit, man. Yin Yang has some hits. Oh, they got my nigga Mike Jones at 35 on this list. Mike Jones, Who Is Mike Jones album is a classic album. Don't do Mike like that. Lil Uzi, I never listened to any of his music, but the kids love him, so I'm going to say he's not a whack rapper. Flow Rider can stay on that list. Who is this? Young. Up, up, up. Petey Pablo can stay on the list. Gucci Man at number 40. Wow, y'all got the game fucked up. Designer, he can stay. Tony Yayo can stay. I don't even know who the fuck Tom McDonald is. Uh Future at 44. Come on, man. Iggy Azalea needs to be higher on this list. They got Nelly on here, the RZA on here, Easy E, NBA YoungBoy, and Playboy Cardi. This list is blasphemy. This is why Caucasian people shouldn't make um rap lists. They don't understand the influence that some of these rappers had on the culture. And they're listening to these songs now and they're like, oh, this person was trash. But at the time, they were making a change in the music industry. So the people I would take off of these lists is Yachty, Lil Yachty at number 2. I would take Diddy off just because he had other people writing for him at number 10. I would definitely take Plies off because Plies 08, 09, 2010 was killing the game. Um, I'm taking Cardi off. I'm taking Lil B off. I'm taking Soldier Boy off this list. Manny is a bad rapper, but he makes beats. So we're gonna leave Manny Frizzle. I'm taking Gucci Man off. I'm definitely taking Nelly off. Taking Easy E off. I'm taking NBA YoungBoy off. I'm taking the Yin Yang Twins off, and I'm taking G Herbo and Bow Wow off. All the rest of these rappers can pretty much stay here. Number one would, and Magoo's not even on the list, and that's the worst part because Magoo is a very trash rapper, and he's not on the list. Him and Silk the Shocker should be tied for the number one position of worst rappers of all time. It is three viewers in here. If anybody wants to come up here and talk to me tonight about who they feel is some of the worst rappers in the world, I'm gonna drop the link in the comments. And you can click the link, set it up and come on up here. What the fuck is going on? Somebody regressing the joint. I don't know who's doing that. Yeah, but y'all can come up here. I'm gonna go to Facebook and drop the link on Facebook real fast if y'all viewing there. Because we need to talk about this list. It's definitely crazy when some people make these lists that they make of like the worst rappers. I wonder what's the criteria that comes into play when you put an individual on the list of the worst rappers of all time, because you definitely, I mean, you have to music, lyrics, delivery, but do we take in effect their effect on the culture and shit like that? Like, it's kind of hard to put certain people on these lists or even make the list. I definitely the natural consensus for me is Smoke Perp and Lil Pump. Them niggas is garbage. Like, why do my shit keep timing out? I don't know why I keep timing out like this, but um, the shit was garbage. Let's see. My shit, I don't know what's wrong with this StreamYard. They keep messing up. But basically, I was asking who had the best music videos. Like, who music videos would you want to be a part of? I always looked at Sean Paul videos like Blood. These are the littest house parties in the world. Like, when I grow up, I want to go to a Sean Paul party, like straight up, because his music videos just look like this where you need to be. Like, we having fun in here. It's going down. If I could throw like a birthday party, like a Sean Paul music video, I would. It's kind of hard carrying a conversation by yourself when you're not getting engagement in the comments or engagement from your people that are usually here. So I'm trying to carry this show and make it a little interesting. Carrying it by myself. Seen a couple things in the news that I wanted to address. Student loans. If you have student loans, they're knocking off 10K And if you got a Pell Grant or a low income um, family, I believe they're knocking off 20K for your student loans. Do you feel like that's enough, or is that just something the president is doing to get by and get the people up off of him? Because they've been applying pressure about him relieving the student loan debt. And most people I know that have student loan debt are like, 10K is nice, but I have $100,000 worth of student loan debt. Like, you're only canceling $10,000, and we're in a going into a recession and just got out of a pandemic and shit is fucked up. Like, come on now. So I definitely don't agree with the amount only being $10,000. Like, that's not enough at all. Um, let's see. Let's see what else we can talk about while no one's here. Let's see. Um, I got a new quote that I live by after I seen it on social media. The young lady told a young man to wash your hands before you text me. And it just stuck with me so much because it's like, wash your hands before you text me. You think of like, damn, they hands that dirty? Like, no. You need to fucking fix yourself and come correct before you text me. Make sure you ain't on no bullshit. That's what I got from wash your hands before you text me. So I liked that and I go by that now. Like, please make sure you don't come at me with no bullshit in this cellular device. Because I pay the bill on this motherfucker and I don't want to hear your bullshit coming through my text messages. Mm. Uh, I believe it's the Cinemark movie theaters. If you got those joints in your area, but September 3rd, that's next Saturday. You can go out to the movie, get $3 tickets, $3 candy. Man, it ain't been $3 for nothing at the movie theaters in a long time. So go out, enjoy yourself, family day or whatever. You know, have a little fun in the sun. Uh, oh man, in New York, they are banning the sale of whipped cream that come in like the can with the little squirt top. Um, to people under the age of 21 because the kids are using it as whippets and they're getting high off of the hydrogen and oxygen or something that's inside the can of whipped cream. So they're banning it to stop the kids from fucking getting high on it. And I just don't understand. Like, sometimes it's just crazy. Like, the things that people decide to do to get high. Like, fuck it, we just gonna go buy hella bottles of whipped cream and get high off the fucking fumes in the motherfucker. Like, they gotta be stopped. Have to be stopped. Well, I just had keep losing service, but I appreciate them for giving me those watch hours and that time. Um, but I can't continue to carry a conversation by myself. So I am going to end it. This has been the podcast about nothing. Did a little 20-minute show. Um, just to talk about the top 50 worst rappers and how I feel like that list is so like biased and trash. Um, especially it's made by a person who there's a chance that don't understand our culture as a whole anyway. So they don't realize the effect that these rappers had on our community coming up. So fuck the top 50 worst rappers list. Shout out to 50 Cent for doing the Tycoon weekend out there in Houston. This has been the podcast about nothing. Hasta luego.